and to our prenatal yoga series. Today's sequence is a really gentle one for your third trimester. I'll take you through some poses to help release any tension or stress in the body, create blood flow down to your uterus and your baby, and ease tension around your hips and your lower back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Jennifer. I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher, and I specialize in women's health. For our workout today, you will need just a big bolster or cushion, something that you can sit on and lay against comfortably. When you're ready, let's begin. So we'll start off sitting comfortably onto that cushion or bolster. You can have your legs either crossed in front of you or maybe even stretched out in front if that feels a little bit easier for your hips. We'll start off here by bringing the hands down onto the lower belly. Think of sitting up nice and tall and straight through your spine. Just roll out your shoulders a couple of times to release any tension around the neck or the upper part of the back. Good. And then when you're ready, let's close the eyes. Just start to bring your awareness to your breath. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. And then a long exhale completely. Every time you breathe in, feeling your belly expanding and opening. And on your exhale, just let everything soften and relax down. Connecting now with your baby, picturing them snuggled up into your womb. Noticing any sensations or movement from your baby. Sending all your loving thoughts, any words you want them to know. On your next inhale, let's hold very gently at the top of that breath. And then really slowly release that exhale all the way out. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Reach your arms down beside you. Good. Make sure we're still sitting up tall and straight. Let's take an inhale. Stretch those arms all the way up above you. Exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. Good, release. 2 more like this. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, bring that energy down through the center line of your body. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. Release your arms to the side. Now let's take our right leg out, reaching it away from us. It doesn't have to be wide, just extending it softly. Good, opening across the pelvis. Take your arms beside you. Now your left arm, let's reach it up to the ceiling. As you exhale, side bend very gently over and across. So just hold this position for a few breaths. Relax the shoulders away from ears. Really reach that arm away from you. It's creating space across the left side of the rib cage, all the way down to your left hip. Hold that there for 1 more breath. And then come back up. Now this time we're going to reach down towards our right foot. So again, take your inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend over. If possible, maybe reaching all the way to your toes, but don't force it. I just want you to be really soft, really gentle with our stretch work today. Now let's see if we can turn the chest slightly upwards to the ceiling, maybe looking up if it feels comfortable for your neck. Hold that there. 1 more long breath. And inhale, release. Now let's rotate around to that left-hand side. Place your hand on the floor and your opposite hand can rest onto the thigh. And just use your arms to very gently twist that upper back. Look over your shoulder. Widening across the chest, the collarbones. Hold here, one more breath. And then release back to center. Well done. Let's do the other side. So carefully bring that leg in. Extending that left leg out beside you now. Once again, sitting up tall and straight. Arms to the side. Inhale, float your right arm up. And then exhale, just side bend to the floor. Again, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, reaching out through fingertips. It's getting as much space in between your ribs and relaxing down to the hip. Good. That's it. On your next inhale, lift up. Now place the hand along the leg and let's come over once more. Inhale up. Exhale, reaching this time down towards your toes. Good, just taking that stretch a little deeper, maybe twisting that chest and your head up towards the ceiling if it feels comfortable to do so. That's it, hold this here, one more breath. And then inhale, releasing up. And then release over and across into that twist. Using your arms to rotate that chest, really creating space across the front of the body. Taking deep belly breaths. One more inhale, exhale here. And then return to the middle. Okay, now bring your legs in. Find your butterfly pose. So this is where we bring the soles of the feet together. Now, if this creates any pulling or tension across your pelvis, your groin, I'd rather you cross your legs in front. It doesn't matter too much where the legs are, as long as we have that space in front for the belly. Take the hands onto the knees and we'll come into our seated cat-cow. On your inhale, lean your chest forward, roll the shoulders back and lift the head up. And then exhale, let's round that upper back. Hold onto your knees for a little bit of support and rounding into that spine. Inhale, lean forward, lift the chest. And exhale, roll it back. And just keep going with those in your own time here, working with your breath. Again, getting as much movement through the spine as possible. Really using your arms to support you with this one. So we keep the belly as soft as we can. And just let that upper body do the work for you. Last one. Okay, now let's take it into a gentle circle. Lean over to one side, press the chest forward, and then rounding across to the back. Okay, we'll do about 4 circles here in each direction. So here we're creating blood flow down to the hips, the pelvis, the lower back. Good, lots of blood flow for your baby and your uterus here as well. Good, when you're ready, let's start to reverse those circles. You may find that one side is a little tighter than the other, which is really common. So just be soft and gentle with it as much as you need. That's it. Good, last one. And then make your way back all the way to center and release. All right, carefully come off that bolster and let's make our way to all fours. Now you will need to use it again, so just place it somewhere near the top of your mat that you can collect it easily a little later on. Bring your hands flat underneath your shoulders and bring your knees directly under the hips. So starting off here, press up between the shoulder blades, feel supported and strong through the arms, upper back and shoulders. Coming now into our all fours cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest. Very gently lengthen the lower back, creating a gentle stretch across the belly. And then exhale, rounding up. Now you may find it's hard to get much movement in this position. Again, don't worry about how stiff your back feels. All we want to do is create as much mobility as possible. Exhale to round up and inhale to release. Good, last one here, rounding up. And now make our way back to the center. Walk your knees out as wide as the mat now. Coming into our hip circles. Lean your hips back towards the heels and then shift around to one side as you come forwards. And then lean other side and come back. Go ahead and just keep those going again at your own pace, working with your breath. You can let your belly be soft and we let go of any tension in the pelvic floor as we do this. That's it. So just removing any tension that we might be feeling around that lower back and around your hips. Good. When you're ready now, let's reverse. So shift the hips around and back the other way. Again, just creating as much space as possible for the belly. Good. 2 more. Last one. Now make your way back to all fours. Walk the knees back into hip distance apart. Good. Extend one leg out behind you, tucking the toes. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, shift your weight back. Feel that stretch and release across the back of the ankle and the calf muscles. And then shift forward. Breathe in. Exhale again. Let's shift it back. Last one. And leaning into that heel just a little bit more if you can. And then release that knee back in. Change to the other side. Good. Inhale, extend the leg. And exhale, shift back. Feel that stretch. Release it forward. 2 more. And leaning back. Inhale. Last one. And return. Good. Now bring your knees back underneath you. Take a seat down onto your heels. Now, if this is not a comfortable position at kneeling, you can grab the cushion and sit on that instead if you prefer. Now let's take those arms straight above us. Good. Inhale up. Rotate your palms to face forwards. And as you exhale here, let's cactus those arms out to the side. Lift your chest, gently looking up, and reach the elbows back behind the body as much as we can. Take an inhale, reach the arms above you. And exhale, draw the arms back and opening and lifting the chest. Just stretching across the front of the shoulders. Let's do 1 more. Exhale, open, releasing that front body. And then inhale up. Now sweep your arms back behind you. This time interlace your fingers, reaching those arms away from you. Looking straight in front now, we very softly let the head drop from one side over to the other side. And this should create a lovely deep stretch all the way down along the side of the neck. It's quite a nervy stretch, so again, just being gentle with it. Once you've evened out, come back through center. Now reach the arms a little further behind you. Once again, open the chest even wider. Deep breath in. Good, and softly release. Well done. Roll out those shoulders. Good, now let's take the hands behind the body. Your fingers pointing in towards your hips. Keeping your knees hip distance apart. And just walk your feet out a little wider as well, so the feet are in line with the hips too. Now push up between the shoulders. Really open that front chest. Now engaging your glute muscles, your bottom muscles. Let's lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in as you press the pelvis forward. And exhale, release slowly. Keep going with those. Inhale, lift the hips, opening through the front of the thighs, easing out tension and tightness in our hip flexors. Release it down. Let's do 2 more. Big inhale, lifting up, widening your collarbones. Really elongating that spine as you're coming up. Let's do 1 more. And inhale, lift. Let's hold this for a breath. Expand the belly, press the hips a little further forward, and then release it down. Well done. Walk your hands back up to sitting. Good, let's take a seat. Have your legs reaching out in front this time. Your feet can be as wide as the mat. Have your hands behind you, just resting them somewhere comfortably. Okay, you're not leaning too deep into the shoulders though. I want you to keep lifting up across the front shoulders and chest and lengthening your spine. So let's start by flexing those toes back towards you and then point the feet and reach them out. That's it. Inhale, flex them back. And exhale, point them forwards. Good. Just keep going with those. It's a really lovely one to do at the end of the day if you're noticing a lot of swelling in your feet or your ankles. Good, last one. Now flex those feet, circle out to the side, point the toes forward, and then circle in and back around. And just keep going with those. Now start to feel like the movement is coming from your hips, not just your feet. So mobilizing tension all the way up through the legs. Good, now let's reverse. Roll those feet around the other way. That's it, good. And around, 3 to go. And 2. Good, last one. Now flex those toes back up. Good. Carefully walk your arms in front of you. Stretch the fingertips forward. Now lengthen up through your spine as much as you can. If you're struggling to get space here through your belly, you can take the legs wider or you can bend your knees. Now imagine I'm reaching out and taking a hold of your fingertips and very gently drawing you forwards. Reach out, just stretching across that lower back. That's it. Inhale, come back up. And 2 more. Exhale, reach arms forward. Good. Press that chest out in front of you. And then release it back. Inhale, 1 more. And exhale, reaching, releasing it forward. The belly is soft. And return back up. Well done. All right, lower your arms. Carefully make your way back up to a kneeling position. Now this time, we'll step 1 foot out in front of us, okay, to mobilize through our hips and hamstrings. So find a stable half kneel like this. You've got your front foot flat on the mat, just slightly forward of your front knee. Now you can bring your hands onto your pelvis, or if you need a little bit more support, you can rest them onto that front thigh. Good. From here, let's take a breath in and lean your hips forward, feeling that stretch. Good, and release through that back hip, really opening your hip flexors here. Now as you exhale, shift the hips back, extending the front leg as much as possible and lowering your chest down. If you have the space, you may even want to place the fingertips on the floor, but otherwise just stay up. Good, really lengthen the back of that front leg. Next time you inhale, let's shift it forwards again, opening through the hip flexors. Exhale and leaning it back. Good, stretching down into the hamstrings. Last one. And shifting forwards. Go a little deeper if possible. And exhale, releasing it back. Good. And then carefully walk your hands around in front of you. Step that front leg back so you return to your all fours kneeling. Staying here is just rocking our hips from side to side a few times. Good, letting go of any tension that might be sitting around the lower back. And then make your way back to that high kneeling, ready to change sides. So carefully step the other foot out in front, making sure again the foot is just slightly forwards of that front knee. Hands on pelvis or onto that front thigh. As we inhale, lean forwards, opening that back hip, lift that chest just a little. And exhale, shifting back, extend the front leg, release the hands down. Okay, just 2 more. Coming forwards into the hip. Deep breath in. And exhale, leaning back. Find that stretch up the back of the leg. Let's do one more here. Inhale, shift it forward. Open across the heart, lift up a little taller through the crown of your head. And exhale, shift it back. Good. Once again, walk the hands around in front of you and then carefully take that leg back around to all fours. One last time, shift those hips from side to side. Right, now collecting your bolster or your cushion once again. Pull it towards you, just turning it long ways on the mat, and we're coming into our supported child's pose. So let's make sure our knees are as wide as the mat. You can have your big toes joined together. Now you want to position the bolster so that your chest or your head can rest on it, but of course leaving a lot of space here for your belly. So when you're ready, just come down, find a spot that gives you enough support. Good. You want to have your arms just gently hugging around the sides of that bolster. Good. Letting the head just turn to one side. Now bring your attention to your breath. On your inhale, let your belly expand and widen. And on your exhale, just let everything soften. Think about your core and your pelvic floor muscles releasing. Let your shoulders draw down away from your ears. Letting that inhale create space across your upper back, your middle back. And just holding this position, really surrender. Let your body weight just fall to the floor. Let's take 2 more deep breaths in this position. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. Look towards the front of your mat. Let's stretch those arms out just a little longer. And then gently walk your hands in towards your legs. Come up to sitting. Good. Just bring the hands onto the belly for a moment. Hold here for another breath. And then once again, open your eyes. we'll make our way into a comfortable seated position to finish. To finish our practice today, we'll bring our left hand onto our heart and our right hand down onto our baby. Good, we can close the eyes one last time. And we'll just take these last few moments now to really connect in with our baby. Find that beat of your heart. Feel that energy of your heart connecting down to your baby's heart as well. Knowing that it's only a few short weeks until you'll hold them in your arms. Thank yourself for taking this time to practice today. Bring your hands to your heart center. Namaste.